So what does a right-sized course look like? I want to walk you through several examples on other websites such as CK12 and Khan Academy to show you some fully completed courses and how each one of these has similar component parts such as units, lessons, and then activities within those lessons. I believe the benefit of this is that it will help you to visualize what your course can and probably should have in it. The goal of this professional development isn't really the scope and sequence that we'll narrow down, but it is the actual courses that we're building throughout the year. And so let's go ahead and look at a couple of good examples. The first example here is from CK12. CK12 is an open source curriculum. It's actually a great resource for teachers, and it has all kinds of different subjects. This is a world history course that students could progress through. And already you can see that each of the major units are listed out here. Okay. You can see that they're in sequential order. And if I were to click on any one of these, you would see that it breaks down into the individual lessons that a student would progress through. And if I were to click on there, it would show the individual component parts. Okay. But let's jump over to Khan Academy. And I'll show you two different examples on Khan Academy. Now, Khan Academy does it a little bit different. Here you can see, though, that they, again, have the major units. And then inside those units, they have the individual lessons. And if we were to click on one of these, so let's say add and subtract within 100, you can see that it breaks down those lessons into individual activities. Again, this is a second grade math course. Here's a high school biology course. Same idea. Click on cells. You see unit, individual lessons. Click in here, introduction to cells, and there are our activities. Okay, so you see those multiple levels of content that belong inside an online course. But this isn't my favorite. I want to show you my favorite. Now, please don't get caught up on the content. This is a coding website. It's called CodeHS. You can get an account for free, for any of you want to learn how to code. But it's very well laid out. And so I think it's kind of the gold standard of what an online course can and should be. Notice that each of the major units here are laid out. Okay, so we have web design, introduction to programming, so on and so forth. But then if I were to click on here, it then shows the sequential list of lessons that a student goes through. So it's unit 1, and then unit 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, so on and so forth. But they go a step further. And if I were to click here, you can see each of these are the individual tasks that a student will go through in order to accomplish this lesson. And so if a course is meant to carry a student from A to Z, whatever those standards are in between, by laying out very specifically what our units are, what our lessons are, and then even down to the activity level, we can design our courses better so that our students can work through them better, whether it's self-paced on their own or with us guiding them along the way. Cheers.